fans, what's going on? It's Prime Animations here, coming to you with another project update, right? We're going to go over August, all the completions that we did in the month of August. So let's go ahead and jump right on into it. So let's go over the agenda, right? We're going to go over, obviously, the project update. We'll go over what we've completed in the month of August, what's ongoing, and then what we've got coming down the pipeline, right? Another topic that we'll cover is we added a new member to the team. Talk a little bit about that the new member. Want to talk a little bit about the render farms that we need to render our project out, right? We'll also get into the animation clip. We posted a new animation clip last month, so we'll touch on that. And then the next character bio coming up. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it, right? So in the last update, I was hoping to finish scene 9A before I went on vacation. I honestly didn't think I was going to go ahead and finish it. I thought I was going to finish probably most of it and then, you know, kind of leave it in the back burner once I come back and so on and so forth. But I was actually able to finish it within a 2-week span. I went over the old Animatic, and what I ended up doing was readjusting some of the scenes, some of the, I'm sorry, not the scenes, some of the camera angles. And I was able to compress a lot of the scene. I was actually able to shave off close to 30 seconds worth of animation from the old Animatic. And so based on that, I was actually able to finish that scene in about 2 weeks. Then completed scene 16B. Which, as you guys know, Neil was working on 16A. We'll get into that a little bit later down the road. So 16B was completed. Scene 18.6 was completed. And scene 18.9 was completed. So we made some really good advancement in the month of August. As you can see here, we completed about 4 different sub-scenes. What's ongoing? Scene 11-12 is still ongoing. If I'm not mistaken, Vicky sent me a message before going on vacation that she was around 30%. So I'm sure she's a little bit further along than that now. Hopefully it's closer to the 50% range. 16A. So as you guys know, Neil has been working on 16A for quite some time. I would say probably about a 2-month span. And since this is August's update, as of the month of August, it's not completed. But since we're in the current month of September, Neil sent me a message maybe about, I want to say 4 days ago, that he completed the scene. So we're going to include that as part of September's completion. Okay? Scene 1 space intro. Lewis went ahead and uploaded a new render of the scene a couple of days ago. Really good stuff. He's almost done. We've just got to change some tinting on the planets. One of the planets is supposed to have a red tint to it, and so he's just got to adjust that. And quite honestly, I think that should be done. So hopefully he can get that done soon, and he can transition into the next section of scene 1, which we'll talk about a little bit later down the road. I heard from Jonathan, Cybertron City is almost done. I know I keep saying that, but I think the way that he has it, based on the screenshots that he sent me, he's got everything split into sections. Buildings, roads, planetary weapons, subsections, etc., etc. So he's got everything divided up. And I think from what I remember reading, he's only got like a handful of things left to do. So I'm hoping that he will have this done this month of September. What's next, right? So what's next? Well, I'll start working on, as of tomorrow evening, is going to start smoothing out scene 1. As I mentioned before, I wanted to take kind of like the week off and hit the reset button, right? I didn't take my laptop. I was just in full vacation mode. So now that I'm back, I'm gonna go back to hitting this, and what I'm personally gonna be working on is smoothing out scene 1. I met with the audio team before leaving. We had a really good meeting. We talked about some of the software that's needed right, to start working on this. So as I mentioned to you guys before, the audio team had some hardware issues, and a lot of the old computer that they were working on was lost. Thankfully, they still have the original files backed up. However, they've had to reacquire a new laptop or a new workstation, and then they have to now work on uploading all the plugins, the software, everything that they originally had in order to get those files back. So once they do, they'll start cracking on the score for scene 1, which again, we did a preliminary score already. So it's just basically downloading it, readjusting it for the timing, and then cleaning up whatever needs to be cleaned up there, right? The next animatic, I'm just getting back, so I haven't had a chance to dig through and see what Neil is going to work on next. I was honestly hoping that Jonathan would be done with Cybertron City so that Neil can start working on on another sub-scene of scene 11. So I'll need to look through that probably tomorrow after work and see what we work on. So I don't know what's going to be next on his plate, but obviously once I do, I'll figure it out, and hopefully we'll have that for you on the next update. What else do we have here? So, second unrendered trailer. We were working on a second unrendered trailer, right? We released the first trailer December of last year. It was awesome. Our friend Katie had put that together for us, and so we decided that we're going to work on another trailer. It's going to be unrendered, of course, because we don't want to waste the time rendering and then we can't animate, right, on our laptops. And now also we don't want to burn it out. Although the last trailer I think was only like 2 minutes, but we're gonna work on a second trailer, which is that topic is gonna lead me into my next topic, which is our new member. Our new member is Mike. We're bringing him in as an editor, and he's actually going to be working on the second trailer, which if I'm not mistaken, based on an email he sent me over the weekend, he's already started to dig into the animatics that we've done in Blender. My goal is to have this trailer 100% out of the new animation that we've done in Blender. So hopefully we don't have anything that's from the old Softimage animatics, and we get the Blender in there. So that's that. Render farm purchase is the next thing that I want to talk to you guys about. So we were so fortunate, and I'm really so thankful to have had a major donation done, which puts us over the top on being able to acquire one of the render engines that we had eyeballed, a couple of years back. So I've already started to look at the configurations. I've done some comparisons. I've sent Jonathan an email to get his feedback, because he is the Blender expert, and to see if what I'm looking at is the best option for us, right? I need something that's both compatible with Blender and Softimage, and so we're looking at a unit called we're looking at a company called Box, BOXX. And so the render engines that they have, or the render farms that they have, or the units themselves, they look compatible with multiple different softwares. And from what I understood when I looked at this was compatible with Softimage. And as I'm reading the current compatibilities, it says that it is compatible with Blender. So I think this one would be ideal, just because I don't plan on giving up Softimage. As a matter of fact, I've got a cousin of mine in Peru. He works with, I'm not sure what, I think he works with CAD, more of an architectural software, but his area of expertise is lighting. He doesn't work on Softimage, he doesn't work on Maya. He's tried to, but he's got a couple of things going on, personal things, where he isn't really able to dedicate the time. However, I have asked him if he could do me a personal favor and see if he can get Softimage from a default perspective to mimic what we see in Blender based on Jonathan's settings, right? So he's kind of doing that as a favor for me. So he's working on that. So I would like to, at some point, eventually have something that's compatible with all these different softwares, right? So as we look at these configurations and we start making our comparisons, right? We'll be making a purchase relatively soon. I would say before the year's over. Obviously, we want to do it before the year's over, right? Because we want to release the scene 1 before the year's over. So I would say, honestly, within the next 2 months, I'm looking to make this purchase, make a decision and make a purchase. And so once I finish smoothing scene 1 out, you know, we'll render it out and hopefully release it by the end of the year. Next subject is the new animation clip. So I noticed that I kind of felt like I hadn't put out an animation clip in a while, and I did that specifically because I don't want to give away way too much. And this is our 17th animation clip that we've put out. And I wanted to do it just to make sure that you guys are still engaged in what we're doing, right? So the animation clip was a funny little clip. It's from scene 16B that I finished, and basically Smokescreen and Springer got put through a couple of buildings, and so Rodimus and RC go to check up on them, and RC and Rodimus have this little interaction, and Rodimus is just let's be real, I don't think us guys really know how to talk to girls that we have a strong liking towards, and so we usually wind up saying the wrong things, and so that's where Rodimus kind of falls in. He keeps saying the wrong things. He thinks he's trying to impress her, but he doesn't realize her personality and how she is, and it's just turning her off. So we could see that she's pretty upset at him. I don't know what's going to happen. You guys don't know what's going to happen, but we'll wait and see. It'll be a fun interaction. The next character bio. In our last project update, I wasn't sure who I was going to do, and I wanted to do one before making this particular video, but I decided to go with the animation clip instead of the character bio. This time I'm going to do the character bio, and our next character is going to be my personal favorite character, which is Springer. At least one of my personal favorites, right? I think I have several. I have Optimus, I have Grimlock, and I have Springer across all the platforms. And obviously from the Prime universe, I've already expressed how much RC is just, she's in my heart, right? I love that character. Sometimes I go back or I watch the clips that come up while I'm surfing YouTube, and I'll see, you know, RC's greatest quotes or action or whatever that somebody posted, and it's just so cool to see how she's so agile and so tough, and man, she's definitely a cool character, and we'll see all of that, right? Again, our goal in this project is to not change what was done, but enhance it, right? Add on to it, right? So that's what we're going to do. So look for that character bio. Hopefully by next week, I'll have that posted. And with that being said, guys, that pretty much concludes our project update. As you can see, we did a lot in the month of August. Hopefully we can do a good amount. Again, based on smoothing, right, I don't see myself finishing a scene within 1 month. However, it just depends on how much I've got to smooth out, right? We got timing. I know there's multiple characters. In all of these scenes, there's multiple characters, right? It's either Rodimus and Springer on camera, or we've got the 5 Combaticons on camera. So when we're talking about, you know, 5 characters that have to move and so on and so forth, it gets tedious. It's time consuming. It's much easier when it's just 1 or 2 characters, right? Obviously. But that being said, guys, thanks so much for continuing to support us. Thanks so much for joining in. We're almost we're close to releasing the very first scene. So again, we ask that you would hang in with us just a little bit longer, and hopefully you guys are enjoying these videos, right? Well, the purpose of this video is to keep you guys engaged, and also to keep us accountable that we're still progressing and moving forward, and we are delivering on the promises that we're making to you guys, right? So until next time, guys, thank you so much. Be safe. Take care.